an official program of Vicariate of Arabia, which was initiated, Vicariate of Arabia and Kuwait, which was initiated by Jesus Youth, organized by Jesus Youth, but with the cooperation of all the communities, and became an official program of the church in the Middle East. So happy that we have started. Like now, I think we have two types of programs in the movement. First thing, which will take care of the needs of the movement, taking the youngsters through that 4 phases we were sharing: personal encounter with the living Christ, and to meet their need to be sustained, deepened, and put into mission. And the second category of programs, which is a recent development, involves projects which contribute directly to the pastoral mission of the church, offered to the local church by the Jesus Youth movement itself, over and above the contribution of individual members, projects which are based on our charisms and field of expertise. This will also serve to enhance the first type of work in the movement and bring more depth to our baseline, a missionary movement at the service of the church. And recently, I think the focus is getting more sharpened, or focus, like this is a paradigm shift in the way we work now. And focus on, mainly we have added 2 more focus along with youth, teens and families. According to one of the recent statistics, the success rate of winning for Christ those who have reached the age of 21 is only 15%, while it is 85% for the youngsters between the ages of 15 and 20. To put it in another way, if you don't win a young person for the Lord before he or she reaches 20, it becomes almost impossible to get that person for Jesus. The movement began focusing on Jevite teens in the last few years, and we can now see a marked difference. Most of the young leaders we still see today were introduced to the movement when they were teenagers. Of course, we know that our movement started as a youth movement. Of course, we had married people also with us, and last few years we have started focusing on Jesus Youth families too. And in a wider, maybe like if you look at the movement in a wider way, we focus on kids, we focus on pre-teens, maybe the age between 9 and 12, and teens and youth, young adults, people who have started working and maybe in the final stage of discerning the occasion, and families. We maybe face and address all these category of people in our movement. And there is a change in the leadership structure, at least in some countries. It slowly started and it is continuing now. Now the leadership structure is something like this. There will be 2 arms for the Jesus Youth national team. One is a family team, and the kids will come as a part of the family team. The youth team, teens will be a part of the youth team, and there will be different ministries which will be directly accountable to the national team. So we have almost 3 national teams, 1 team which coordinates everything, but 2 arms of family and youth team which will take care of the needs of kids and youth. And just wanted to say some of the JV occasions. 2004 onwards, a few of our active members have asked seriously if they would become priests who will continue to be a part of Jesus Youth movement and set apart to serve the movement in a very specific way. Finally, convinced that the Spirit is guiding us in this new direction, we officially submitted a proposal regarding these occasions to Archbishop Abraham Viridi Kulangara in April 2009, this year. In response to this proposal, His Grace has given us a confirmation letter stating that He will take the responsibility to oversee the formation of the candidates. After they successfully complete their formation program, they will be ordained by His Grace or any other benevolent bishop. And then they will be made available for working with the Jesus Youth movement. On the very first day of the year, specially dedicated to the priests by the church, which also happened to be the day we celebrate the solemnity of the Sacred Heart of Jesus, we officially began the formation of the Jesus Youth candidates for priesthood at SFS Vidyasram Alve under the guidance of Father Jose Parapallil, MSFS. I think Father Jose is somewhere, I've seen his face. Okay, Father Jose, we just wanted to say thank you very much on behalf of this, this assembly. Father is taking care of the formation of the first batch of our candidates for priesthood. Thank you very much, Father. And our present something more about Rex Band. If you look at the new fast-growing Pentecostal churches or movements, we find that many of them have originated as worship bands. Hillsongs and many other bands. You can take many of the new churches, so-called churches. They began as worship bands, originated worship bands, and then became then came to be a church. Most youth movements have a powerful music ministry. 19 years back, the Spirit formed such a ministry, Rex Band, in a corner of the world, which has grown as one of the best Catholic bands in the world now. Many people identify a movement through this band that has had the privilege of performing at the last 3 World Youth Days, Toronto, Cologne, and Sydney. And its latest album, Sunrise, has been selected as one among the best 10 Catholic productions in 2008. Watch.